Oh god, she's whacked herself in the face with a hammer. Please be careful. Well, she's going in the bin. That's not fair. If she can go in the bin, why can't we go in the bin? That seems very discriminatory. Go girl, Eden aged up.
Hello from the void, it's Rose. Welcome back to my channel and to my Poison Garden Apocalypse save. It's been a little while since we've checked in with Eden because I wanted to focus on my Not So Berry challenge. I wanted to make some progress there, and that is going to be my main save. But I have missed Eden and the dark, depressing life she has in a post-apocalyptic version of Oasis Springs, so I'm pretty excited to jump back in with her. And today we're going to be living out the rest of her teen years, working at a burger joint, peeing in a bush, and see if we can possibly save up and buy her a shower. Let's get to it.
Back in apocalyptic Oasis Springs for the last few days of Eden's teen years, and she is in range to earn the irresponsible trait and has got a D at school. I'm actually surprised it's not lower than that because she has never been to school. She only goes to her little hamburger job in her little outfit whilst I watch the sunset every day. Look at her go, but we will have to have her quit that as soon as she becomes the YA. That's part of the Apocalypse Challenge rules, and when she becomes a YA, we're going to flip over to Poison Garden, so she will have to be unemployed and make all her money by gardening. But it's not all doom and gloom, Eden. You don't have to pee yourself anymore. Instead, you can go out into the coldness of a desert morning and the radioactive air of the apocalypse and pee in your very own pee bush. Aren't I a benevolent sim god? Truly I am. And actually your needs are looking pretty solid. What your sleep need is looking okay. So while you're out there, why don't we send you to do your first bit of foraging whilst you're in an okay mood, and then you can have a busy day of running around the neighbourhood picking things up and working on your handiness. I'm trying to work her quite hard on her handiness to drive her level up so that we get to start making furniture, because I want all that good homespun vibes. But also because I don't really want her to properly start on her lifetime aspiration, which is the botanist one. Oh, she likes handiness. Cool, that's completely fine by me. And we have made this ugly little stool. Let's put it in our reading corner. But yeah, I don't want her to start her botanist career or really develop her garden until she becomes a young adult. And I'm going to make her make planters, because the soil is too toxic because of the apocalypse, so she's not going to be allowed to plant directly into the ground. She's going to have to build herself as many plant planters as she needs, which, why not? Why not make it super hard for myself? But I'm hoping in the next selling day, if we're productive, we might be able to get ourselves maybe a fridge and a stove. But for now, the grind is still grindy, so she is going to be jumping in the bin to see what we can find. And we are collecting a lot of these little figurines, so our shelf is rapidly expanding. And as we wait for the day to end, we're going to drive her fun up by having her read a book. Unfortunately, I don't really have enough money to have her buy any skill books because there are some skills that are going to be pretty hard to do from Oasis Springs, like her herbalism skill. But we're going to need to wait to be a little bit more financially sound before we can afford to invest in that stuff. For now, any of her spare money, I'm going to... Oh god, she's whacked herself in the face with a hammer. Please be careful. Please don't die. But we have made ourselves a new plant box ready for when we're able to do more gardening. And we're yelling at our workbench, leveling up our handiness. As I have to pay for every woodworking project she does, I can't bottom out my money, although I do regularly forget. It's Sunday, so it's selling day, and according to my inventory, my most valuable thing is I have 2 fossilized alien skulls. That's $250 I'll never get back, but we can sell all of our duplicate statuettes and other good things, and we are going to make ourselves a sweet $2,200. And we're just going to let her run up and have a little shower whilst we're here. There's nothing in the dumpster, which is super annoying. Oh no, a baghead lady! A baghead lady! Run, Eden! Well, she's going in the bin. That's not fair. If she can go in the bin, why can't we go in the bin? That seems very discriminatory. But yeah, I'm not going to pick up that rubbish just for funsies. I was hoping we might be able to rummage through it and find some stuff, but apparently no. So we are going to dive straight back over and spend our hard-earned winnings on a shower. I've been waiting to buy a shower because I wanted to get the water collector, and I'm also going to switch her out to this more industrial looking sink. But I think we actually have enough money to get a fridge that will work off the grid and the water collector. So this is truly a red letter day for Eden. She has gone from being a real sad little sausage to someone who can collect her own water on the roof of her gas station, put it into her little shower that is underneath, and potentially even grill up some vegetables on her little grill. And we've even got enough money left over to buy some lights. This is truly a game changer. I'm going to be able to see in the dark. She's going to be able to wash herself. Like, we are living the high life. See, this is why I love the grind. There's like such a difference when you're finally a little bit successful. You're like, cool, I can do all this stuff. But having checked her progress bar, it is in fact her last day as a teenager. So it is time for her to call up the Hamburglar, or whatever it's called, and quit her job. I was going to have her go grill some food, but on looking I realised I haven't actually turned on the simple living lot challenge yet, which I'm going to do because, again, why not make my life impossibly difficult? And also, realistically, in the apocalypse, you're not going to be able to just like go open your fridge and pull out $30 worth of steak. That's not realistic at all. So we have now applied that, and all we can make is fruit salad. But do you know what? That's probably not a bad thing. No way to burn the house down with a fruit salad, and we don't actually have an oven or anything yet. Things are looking up for Eden, and once she's sorted out her hunger with this fruit salad, oh girl, that is some aggressive stirring. Maybe just be a little bit gentle. You don't want to waste your ingredients, they're incredibly limited. We obviously aren't going to be able to make her a cake because we don't have eggs or flour or any of those good things. So we are just going to go ahead and use Master Controller to have her age up into a fully fledged young adult. Go girl, Eden aged up. Now the third trait in the Poison Garden Challenge is free to choose, so I'm actually going to give her kleptomaniac because I like the idea that she would steal things to help like furnish her home. Like what she can't make, she can steal. I never play with klepto sims and I figured it might be quite fun, so she's now a loner kleptomaniac who loves the outdoors and apparently is also very pro doing woodwork in the nude. I mean, that does not feel safe. What if you slip and cut off an areola? Like, oh girl, no, put the saw down. Anyway, we're gonna leave her to do what she's doing and check out the rules. I made this cute little journal thing. It was inspired by a friend who did it for her Time of Your Life challenge. So these are the rules for Generation 1. We've got these ones done. So these are around the house setup, the survivalist styling, and the traits that I've given her. So what we're going to be focusing on now she's a young adult is the freelance botanist aspiration, maxing herbalism. We're not going to have a career. We're going to have to like travel to a vacation world or another neighborhood to romance, which we're only really allowed to do at night time. We're not allowed to marry. Obviously we've got to have a kid, and there's some options around growing a death flower, making all the canning recipes, and having an evil chicken, which I'm going to give a good college try, but they're stretch goals, if you will. We are still naked, and we have bills to pay. I very carefully left us some money in order that we would be able to do our crafting, but having paid the bills, we have $7 left. So until the selling day on Wednesday, I'm kind of stuffed because we can't craft anything. So we have this one planter that we made already to get our garden started in, but I don't think we have any seasonal seeds. Now the good thing about being a young adult is Eden now is allowed to leave her lot, like go through a loading screen, but only at night time. So we are going to be trying to like make sure we get all of her in neighborhood collecting and skill building done, so that when the sun sets she can head off into the world to find new seeds and plants that she can grow in her garden, potentially meet someone that she might have an affair with and father or mother her child with her, that we obviously need to have to continue the generation. Yeah, it's gonna still be a grind, so we're gonna keep skipping through things fairly quickly because like functionally not much has changed with her being a young adult except for the fact that she can now leave and the fact that we are like properly going to be trying to get our gardening going. So we're just gonna wait until the sun goes down until we can head out into the world and seek our fortune, or at least seek some new things to grow, possibly some fish we can grill up on our grill and all that good stuff. And I love the aesthetic of this whole thing. I said it 1,000 times, but I'm going to say it again. Right, where shall we go? I think first and foremost we're going to send her to the community garden because that seems like a good place where we might be able to find some stuff. And what we have first found is the biggest cowplant I have ever seen in my born days. We have managed to water this alien plant and in doing so complete the first level of our freelance botanist aspiration. Eden, do you really want to play with a cowplant that big? I feel like no. I feel like maybe just run for the hills. There wasn't actually much to harvest in the garden, which is a bit of a shame, but we are making the best of it and instead talking to this worm to get our social need up a little bit. I don't think I've ever seen anyone quite so happy to cradle an enormous grub to their chest, but you know, Eden's a very special girl. We are now in a lightning storm, and as I don't want her to die, I am just going to have her quickly try and steal that birdhouse and then head on home in the driving rain. And that'll do for today.
got a shower and a fridge, and it all happened much faster than I was expecting. So I'm excited for Eden to be an adult. She's making great progress, and now she can finally properly work on her garden. I think how I'm going to work it is Wednesday selling days will stay at Squatter Ruins and be for like items, and then her produce will take to the Finchwick Fair on Saturdays, and I might have Finchwick be the neighbourhood that she like finds her partner in, because it kind of makes sense for the story. They're kind of countryside-y. It seems like a good vibe for her. Anyway, let me know what you think, if there's any NPCs you might like to see her with. And yeah, if you've enjoyed this series, if you wouldn't mind giving me a little thumbs up, maybe give me a comment, let me know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, how you're doing, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!